And we welcome you, Salem High School Baseball Field Complex. It's baseball. It's Salem Tigers and St. James Tigers. These two teams already matched up in the Four Rivers Classic with the Tigers of Salem coming out on top 4-3 on a Josh Hart's bottom of the ninth base hit. And a very good game there. We look for a good game here today. These two teams are great rivals in baseball, and we always enjoy the way they play. Good baseball here between these two teams, whether it's in the Salem tournament or in the game they usually play during the season, or like this earlier this year in the Four Rivers Classic. That's the first time they played that early in the season, but again, a very good baseball game. We look forward to that this afternoon. Great afternoon for baseball, another perfect day. Little breeze coming out, and we're going to get to the lineups right here as the coaches are visiting with the umpires, and they're finished with that chore, and so Mr. Lane Howard is going to give the lineups for the St. James and Salem Tigers. We're going to do the same thing. I do want to tell you that real value is more than a fair price. It's quality, service, experience, and convenience. So every time you go to Napa Auto Parts right here in Salem, you get exactly that. Now you can call 729-4156. Napa Auto Parts at 604 East Scenic Ridge Boulevard. Locally owned since 1946. And don't forget about Fairground Auto Plaza in Rolla, with a fast, convenient way to find or even buy your own car, truck, or SUV. Go to fairgroundgm.com. Fairground Auto Plaza, driven to serve you best, where Chevy finds new roads. For the St. James Tigers, it'll be Garrett Gibson at shortstop. He'll be leading off. He wears number 27. Brendan Pearson will do the catching. He bats second, and he wears number 1. It will be Derek Skaggs at third base, batting third. Trey Riley will be doing the pitching today. He'll be in the cleanup spot. Aiden Moffitt will be at first base. He bats in the fifth slot. Riley Williams will be at third base. He'll be batting sixth. Charlie Pruitt will be at second base. He will bat in the seventh slot. Logan Sparks in left field will bat in the eighth slot. And Zach Ochterberg will be the DH, and he will bat in the number 9 slot. Salem Tigers will have Baylor Petty on the mound. He'll be caught by Hayden Sanders today. At first base, it'll be Cody Crocker. At second, for the Salem Tigers, it'll be Gunnar Conkle. At third base, Eli Wethy. At shortstop, Garrett Connell. In left field, Jimmy Barton. Center field, Corbin Barrett will patrol there. And then Caden DuBois will be out in right field. The DH today for the Salem Tigers will be Josh Arts. As Lane gets finished introducing the starting lineups, we're going to take a 90-second break for the national anthem and then come back with non-conference baseball action between the St. James Tigers and the Salem Tigers. We hope you'll enjoy the game today, whether you're listening to it on KSMO or watching it on KSMOradio.com, Twitch.tv. We're going to take that 90-second break and be back. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. As we come back to the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex, we're ready to play some baseball. And again, we hope you enjoy the day. I hope you're sitting outside enjoying it. If not, maybe doing a little grilling or just kicking back in the old easy chair, listening to some Tiger baseball on your Tuesday afternoon. The Tigers will be at Willow Springs on Thursday. And that'll be another SCA contest. Got a big 4-0 win yesterday. Cody Crocker, one hitter for 6 2/3 innings. He got right to that pitch level. Coach Carr didn't want to go any farther. He had to 102 pitches you heard in Tiger Talk. He can only go 105. And so he pulled him out and put in Garrett Connell, who promptly struck out Logan Primenzon on 5 pitches to get the win. And the Tigers win it 4-0. 1-0 in the SCA. Now 2-6 on the season. And they're playing better baseball. You lose 1-0 to Owensville, 2-1 to Licking in 8 innings. You're playing pretty good baseball. And the Tigers just need to finish off these games like they did yesterday. So they've got the St. James Tigers, who have already beaten this year, but that means nothing in this game. That was a tournament game, and this game we're going to be facing a little bit different St. James team than we did earlier, and they're going to be facing a little different Salem Tiger team than they did earlier. So it'll be Mr. Baylor Petty on the hill. Baylor can throw hard. He's got good location, usually a pretty fast worker. So enjoy the game. Hopefully you got out and voted today. It is election day, and of course in some cases people don't have anything to vote on today. But if you did, we hope you got a chance to get out there and cast your vote. Progressive Ozark Bank is a community-focused financial organization serving Salem, Licking, Houston, Hartfield, as well as Mountain Grove, offering a full line of financial services. Get in touch with them for more information, 729-4146, or go to 904 West Scenic Grooves Boulevard, or go to progressiveozarkbank.com. Garrett Gibson will stand in. He's their shortstop, right-handed batter, open stance, facing Mr. Baylor Petty. Petty ready to sign from Sanders, brings it home. First pitch is in for a strike right on the inside corner. Didn't take long to call that strike, did it? Lane Howard right on top of that. He was just magic with that scoreboard. Next one from Petty comes in. A foul off to the right side. Behind on that swing was Gibson on the fastball, tailing inside. Tiger straight away for this hitter. Wethy even the bag at third. Crocker at first base, a couple of steps off to the right of the bag. As the pitch comes in, inside, back to the screen. Gets away from Sanders. Don't forget the Common Grounds Bistro, 300B South Main Street. Salem has delicious breakfast and lunch. When you're hungry, stop on by and check it out, and they have outstanding coffee as well. Common Grounds Bistro. For takeout orders, call 729-2912. And a curveball and strike three call. Right there at the letters, Gibson got caught flat-footed. He couldn't pull the trigger. And the first strikeout and the first out by Petty is a strikeout. And Brendan Pearson will stand in. He does the catching. He crowds the plate from the right side, deep in the box. Petty to sign, ready, fires outside and low, goes back to the screen. Hayden Sanders doing the catching today. He's done a pretty good job back there. He had a kind of a tough first inning at Potosi, but he's done a good job. Here's fly ball in the right center field. Ranging over to make a pretty easy catch is Colbin Barrett, and quickly down. Corbin makes a good catch. And Tiger outfield has really solidified lately. Kind of got a little bit more comfortable playing out there, and Corbin just glided to that ball. Maybe early in the year they tried to run to it, and you had a wet field, and boy, things get nasty out there in a hurry. So Derek Skaggs will stand in. Skaggs, right-handed batter, fouls it off to the right side. Skaggs kind of looks like he's 23. Maybe he's been around school a while. Who knows? But got a full beard, right-handed batter. Pretty well built young man, and a curveball stays a little bit high by Petty. Two down here in the first inning. Trey Riley on deck. Great afternoon. Come on out and enjoy the game. The pitch, curveball inside, just missed. Skaggs wanted to stay inside and almost got nicked, but he bailed out the last second. 2-1 to count. Petty will bring it back in, a fastball and a foul straight back. 2-2. Glad to have you aboard. Don't forget, tomorrow the tennis team will have their tournament tomorrow at the Salem City Park starting at 10 a.m. if the weather permits. And a ground ball foul. They already moved it? Well, I'm glad Coach Hubbs let me know that. Did they just do that before the end of school? All right, so what I just said, forget it. They've already moved it to next Wednesday. So the Salem Tiger Tennis Tournament has been postponed and rescheduled for next Wednesday. That'll be the 14th of April. Okay, thank you, Lane. Appreciate that inside information. The pitch comes home and a high fly ball to right field. Du Bois almost in his tracks. Now has to come in and makes the catch to retire the side. Another cross down in order goes St. James. 1, 2, 3. We go to the bottom of the first inning with St. James nothing. Salem coming to bat. We'll be back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. Salem Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media, and it'll be Jimmy Barton, Eli Wethy, and Garrett Connell to face the lefty Trey Riley. Riley Big, tall, lanky kid. Kind of has that hesitation when he comes to the top. He throws a fastball, curve. I know he throws an off-speed change. It looks like a change. We've been watching him warm up here. And the Tigers, coming off that 4-0 win, would like to get a few more hits in the game. They've been averaging between 4 and 5 every game, and really need to see a little bit more production out of the Tiger hitters. Hey, Conway Construction LLC can do a lot of different things for you when you need some help with your home. Whether you want to build a brand new one, maybe you got some land you've been thinking about on the back 40 to building that new home, well, get in touch with Randy. Or if you want to add on a room to the one you currently have because you don't really want to build a brand new home, but you like your own home, but you need a little bit bigger. Or if you just need to improve that home. Tile floors, wood floors, decks, siding, maybe some concrete work outside, maybe a new deck, new patio, maybe maybe something else. Maybe a metal roof to your home. They can do it all. Your friends at Conway Construction LLC. Call Randy 247-6468. So Barton will stand in. Don't forget we have Cardinal Baseball will join in progress at the conclusion of this game. Cardinals won yesterday 4-1. See if they can continue on the winning ways. The Royals 3-1 on the season. Cardinals 2-2. Fastball and a swing and a miss by Barton. Fastball is up and away, and Riley just blew it right by Jimmy. He gets back in. The lefty ready to deal again. Brings it home. That one's in for a strike. Ooh. Yep. A little delayed call there. It's right on the outside corner. Good pitch by Riley. And Barton waits. Here it comes. Way outside. And he swings at a ball good 1.5 outside. And Barton, fooled by the lefty, strikes out on 3 pitches. I'm not sure Jimmy really ever saw the ball very well. It didn't look like it. As white pants for these St. James Tigers. Normally the visiting team doesn't have white, but they do. And first pitch is outside and low to Eli. Straight away for Wethy. Shallow in the outfield in center and right. About normal in left. And the pitch to Eli, and there's a ground ball up the middle. And a nice play there by their shortstop. Gibson throws him out. Right on a little snow cone out there at shortstop, but he made the play. And Garrett Connell will stand in. First 2 are set down by Trey Riley. Shortstop. And Garrett standing in from the right side. Outfield steps back a few steps here. Left fielder back about 4, and his other fielder's back a couple. Pitch comes to Connell. That's outside and high. Ball 1 with a fastball. Salem will, as I mentioned, be at Willow Thursday. The pitch, that's inside corner for a strike with a fastball. 1-1 to count. We are in the bottom of the first inning. As the pitch comes home, outside and high, 2-1. Riley works from that first base side of the rubber. I mean on the very tip. The pitch, swing and a miss. So he's going to keep everything pretty much outside. And quickly 2-2 to Connell. That pitch also on the outside edge. Pitch to Garrett. A little bit low. Took a little something off that one. Straight change. Straight away everywhere for Connell. And deep. The 3-2. Swing and a miss on a changeup. Connell out in front. 2 strikeouts in the inning for Trey Riley. And the Tigers of Salem go down in order 1-2-3 with a good job there by Trey Riley against the Salem Tiger hitters. So nothing across for either team. We go to the top of the second inning. No score. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. Salem in Dent County has you covered. Farm, ranch, home, business, Farm Bureau, insurance right here in Salem at 1414 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard. You can also call 729-4941. Trey Riley will lead things off here in the second for the St. James Tigers. He bats from the left side, and the pitch from Petty comes in, down and in, ball 1. Riley pitched very well in that first inning with a couple of strikeouts. Pitch from Petty, that's low again, 2-0. Gotta like it about Baylor. He gets the ball and he fires it. You don't have a lot of time to think about it. Pitch comes on. That's in for a strike. Good fastball, knee high on the outside edge. Riley leaning over that plate. Pitch comes home. That one's inside corner for strike two. I'm surprised he didn't look back, but he is leaning over the plate. So his hands right now are actually in the strike zone. That's how far over he is. The 2-2 pitch and a line drive into left field. And over the head of Jimmy Barton. He came in on that ball. It was hit right at him, and it sailed. And a double by Riley. That ball was hit right on the nose. Barton had a play at it, but he came in. That ball kept sailing out there and just drifted right over his head. And it'll be a leadoff double for the St. James Tigers hurler, Trey Riley. On those line drives right at you in the outfield. That's the toughest play to make. And Jimmy came in. That was turned out to be the wrong call. A lot of times you do that and you catch that line drive, it would fall for a hit. This time, ball just sailed on him. Standing in, Aiden Moffitt. Moffitt bats from the left side as well and takes a fastball high. Riley at second base. The pitch comes home. Inside corner for a strike. Umpire not afraid to call that inside pitch. Batter's leaning out over the plate. A little open stance there for Moffitt, and the pitch comes home, and there's a one-hopper to Gunnar Conkle. He throws over to Crocker, moves Riley over to third base. 4-3 on the putout, and Riley Williams will stand in with a man at third and one out. Where's number 2? Williams playing third base today. Right-handed batter, again crowding that plate. The pitch comes in, there's a swing and a miss. Baylor Petty on the hill for the Salem Tigers. Man at third. One down, Tiger infield back, so ground ball will get a run home and a foul off to the right side, at least to second and short. Not so sure to third and first. They're about halfway. Williams back in as the foul ball drifts out of play. And Petty's ready. Here comes. Fastball just high. Good velocity on that one, but just missed a little bit high. 1-2 pitch. Getting ready to come now, and here it is. Curveball. Ooh, again, just a smidge high. 2-2. Baylor wanted that call, didn't get it. Riley at third. Petty working from the stretch. Brings it home. Fastball. Strike 3 call. Outside corner. Dandy pitch. He just blew it right by him, and Williams could only watch. So Charlie Pruitt will stand in. Charlie, right-handed batter. He's playing second base today for St. James. 2 down, and Riley over at third. Petty looks, brings it. Fastball high. Pruitt, not a very big, tall guy. So many of the baseball players anymore, 6'3" and stuff. What happened to 5'5"? This guy's 5'5". The pitch, fastball high again, 2-0. And 5'5" is hard to pitch to. A lot harder to pitch to than a 6'3" guy, trust me. 2-0 pitch comes home. There's a swing and a miss. Logan Sparks on deck for the Tigers in the second inning of Salem. It'll be Josh Ards, Baylor Petty, and Corbin Barrett. 2-1. Swing and a miss on one up at his shoulders. Saw that fastball. He was determined to hit it, but he didn't. 2-2 to count. 2 down. Riley at third. The pitch. A little bit low with that fastball. 3-2. Will he come with the curve here? Pitch. Here it is. Fastball and strike 3 call. Pruitt, again, kind of guessing on that one. I think he was thinking off-speed pitch, and the fastball was blown right by him on the outside corner. So Baylor Petty pitches around that leadoff double, here in the second inning and gets them out. No runs, a hit, no errors, one left. We've played an inning and a half. We go to the bottom of the second inning with no score. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. And don't forget to stop by see your friends at Country Mart, 1204 East Scenic Road Boulevard in Salem. Open Monday through Sunday for your convenience. You know, if you haven't checked out the great food they have in the deli, you really owe it to yourself. That entire chicken dinner with the two sides and the rolls for $11.99, 8-piece chicken dinner. That is some good eatings. Plus, they have fantastic chicken tenders. They have wings, catfish. They have pork steaks. They have pulled pork. They have a lot of great food. Whether you're looking for a sandwich or a meal, they've got you covered. The Country Mart Deli, Highway 3272 East in Salem. Call to find out about their daily special, 729-3455. Josh Hart standing in. The pitch comes home. A fastball on the outside edge for a strike. Josh had a base hit yesterday, his first plate appearance. They play him to pull, give him left center. The pitch is up and in, 1-1. Moffitt plays deep behind the bag at first base and bit down the line. Pitch, just a perfect pitch right there by Riley on the inside corner. You couldn't have pictured that any better. That was right there under the hands of Arts. 1-2 coming home. And Josh, does he hold up? Yes, I guess he does. They don't try and appeal, and it wouldn't do any good. Beeson's down the first base line. So who are you appealing to? 2-2 to count. The pitch up and in with a fastball. Riley really had Josh baited on that off-speed pitch, but Josh was able to hold back. And now it's a 3-2 count, and here comes the pitch. Foul off to the left side. Trey Riley on the hill. He and Baylor Petty are quick workers, we'll put it that way. They get the ball, and it's time to leave my hand. Here it comes, and a pop fly left side out of play as Arts reached for that fastball. Light breeze today, some clouds, some sun. Pretty nice day, but we are calling for some rain tomorrow, so take that umbrella or raincoat with you. The pitch down in the dirt, and a ball for Riley and a walk for Arts. Looked like he tried to short arm that one a little bit and came up short and hit the dirt in front of the plate. And Baylor Petty will stand in. St. James cheating a little bit up the middle for the double play, but not too much right here as Pruitt, more the one closer to the bag as Petty fouls it off to the right side, taking a whack at that first pitch. Gibson in the hole more for the St. James Tigers. Even a bag at third is Derek Skaggs. Petty can hit the ball hard, and he can go the right side, and that's a big hole over there. And now to throw to first as Riley had a little hesitation move there, just kind of played Mr. Miyagi up there and did a little crow. And just held it there. The pitch comes home, curveball, that's high. Josh was flat-footed but got back. He's at first. Nobody out. The pitch comes home. That's a good pitch on the outside corner and a strike. Petty didn't totally agree with the umpire on that one, but doesn't matter. It's still 1-2. Riley looks, checks, brings it home. Curveball, foul. Went try to go to the right side, but got behind that one a little too much. You know you're big when your number is way up around your shoulders and everybody else is in the middle of their back, and that's the size of Mr. Moffitt at first base. That number's up around his neck. Pitch comes in, curveball, and a chopper toward third, and right between his legs in the left field. That'll be an error. As Petty hits the ball, you put the ball in play, you never know, and right between the legs of Riley Williams, Arts will hold up at second base, and the first two have reached for Corbin Barrett. It was going to be a short hop as Riley did not charge the ball. And then when the ball got to him, it hit that dirt and scooted right between his legs. So first and second, nobody out. The pitch to Barrett. He's going to bunt the ball, and he bunts it foul. So Williams is staying at third base as they put the circle play on to where the pitcher will go that way and try and throw to third to get the lead man. I don't think Moffitt is going to get in that tight that quickly. Pitch comes home. Swing and a miss this time by Barrett, and it's quickly 0-2. They took the bunt off. Oh, 2 count. Barrett takes a high fastball. 1-2. Caden DuBois is on deck. Art's at second base. Petty at first. Nobody out. We're in the bottom of the second inning. And a pitch to Barrett. Foul off to the left side. They give him left center, and a left fielder looks like he's playing a right-handed pull hitter who's powerful. There is a football field of area out there in front of him. A lot of room on the left side as well. The pitch, little pop fly that way. Coming in hard, coming in hard, coming in hard, and it's going to fall just foul. Logan Sparks, he's going to have to get some air. A long run, and that ball was only fouled by about 2 feet. I think Barrett saw how deep he was and was just trying to poke it out there. Unfortunately, the ball drifted foul. Sparks still very deep in left field for this left-handed hitter. The 1-2 from Riley. Here it comes. Curve high, 2-2. Infield cheating in just a little on Barrett, even with a 2-2 count. Arts with a short lead at second. Now gets a little walking lead. Petty, short lead at first. The pitch comes home. And a check swing. He did not go. And it's 3-2. Caden DuBois on deck. Riley checks the runners. Here it comes. Fastball and a little pop fly. Is it going to fall? No, it's caught there, and Petty will be doubled off of first base. I don't know where he was going. But an easy double play as Pewitt came in and got the sawed-off line drive. It was a soft hit line drive, and he turns it into a double play as Petty was past halfway down to second base. So Barrett lines into a double play, and the play goes 4-3. And DuBois standing in with a runner at second, 2 down. Caden looking for his first hit. And the ball off to the right side. Salem looking for their first hit. Not he in particular. Whole different situation now. At first and second, nobody out. Now it's a man second, 2 down. 1 strike to DuBois, the pitch. There's a line foul off to the backstop. Hayden a little bit behind that fastball by Riley. Just a freshman getting a start today against the St. James Tigers. Hearts with a decent lead at second base. They're not trying to keep him too close. And the pitch to DuBois, 0-2. Fastball outside. 1-2. It'll be Sparks, Achterberg, and Gibson for St. James in their third. And a fastball on the outside corner, and DuBois caught looking. Third strikeout for Riley, and that retires the side. No runs, no hits, a walk, an error, double play, and 1 man left. We have now played 2 innings. Salem Tigers, St. James Tigers, they're scoreless. We'll be back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. And welcome back to the Salem High School Baseball Field Complex on just a great afternoon. Another pitching battle here to start out with. No score between the Tigers of St. James and the Tigers of Salem. Good job there by Trey Riley to get out of that jam. A soft line drive double play. Baylor Petty caught off first base. Standing in, Logan Sparks to lead things off, and he fouls that one back on a fastball. He's playing left field today. Zach Ochterberg is the DH today, and then Garrett Gibson will follow. No score in this one as we hit the third inning. 0-1 count, pitch. Beautiful curveball in for a strike. Quickly 0-2. Sparks, tall, lanky guy. Here we go, that tall guy, that 6'3" guy. The pitch, fastball fouled right over the dugout and right off the crux of the fence there at the 90-degree angle. Right off the crossbar right there. That's right there on the corner. Couldn't hit that again. And the 0-2 comes home. Way high with the off-speed pitch. That's a heck of a hit. Should put a little nozzle on there and get $50. Hit it again or something. The 1-2 comes home. Fastball just missed low. That call's been called a strike most of the day. That one just missed. 2-2 the count. Logan Sparks waits. The pitch comes home. A swing and a miss. He blew the fastball by him for his fourth strikeout. That is Baylor Petty on the hill for the Tigers. Good pitch there. Zach Ochterberg checks in. He's a lefty, standing in from the left side. And in the top of the order here, Salem will have the same situation in their third, the bottom two, and then the top of the order. Pitch, fastball outside. No score in this one. Only hit Trey Riley's double back in the second to lead things off on a ball that sailed over the head of Jimmy Barton. Swing and a miss on one down and in. Zach Ochterberg tried to golf that one. He looked back at the umpire with a smile. 1-1 to count. Sanders the sign. The pitch comes home. Swing and a miss. Beautiful fastball tailing away from the left-handed hitter on the outside edge. That is almost an unhittable pitch. 1-2 to count. Baylor ready. He hums it home again. This time it's a little bit low. 2-2. Zach Ochterberg waits from the left side. Here comes the pitch. A curveball. Strike three call. Back door to the outside corner. And that's strikeout number 5 for Petty. And Garrett Gibson will stand in. He struck out his first time up. Kid's got some great range at short. We're watching the warm-up, man. He can get to a lot of different balls. And he has a good arm to boot. He leads it off. He is the leadoff man for St. James, and he led off with a strikeout in the game and now takes us another strike on the outside corner. Glad to have you listening in or watching on KSMO Radio or KSMORadio.com, Twitch TV, and a line drive down left field line. That ball is trouble, and that ball is foul. Wow. Ball was hit hard and just tailed foul. Not by much. Gibson got out in front of that one and toasted it right down the left field line. But it's 0-2. And the pitch, curve, and a chopper over the head of Petty. That's hard to do. And Gunner can't get it. It's a base hit. I'm not sure he could have thrown it out anyway. Gunner thought he was going to be able to grab it, plant, and throw, but he didn't come up with it. And a second hit for St. James, a 2-out single by Garrett Gibson. High chopper that got over the head of Petty, and went 6'6", 6'7". That's pretty hard to do. But then Conkle got behind the bag at second, and it was able to elude his glove and go into center field. So Pearson stands in. He flew out to center his first time. Big hole on the right side where Crocker holds the man on, and a fastball catches that outside edge. An 0-1 count to Pearson. Baylor Petty checks the runner at first. Brings it home. That curveball inside corner for a strike. That was a dandy pitch. All Pearson could have done with that is foul it back. That was jamming him. He crowds the plate as it is. Good pitch by Petty. 0-2. Throw over to first base, and back easily is Gibson. But now going to have to get that uniform clean, as the red dirt of Denton County is now embedded into that white pants. The 0-2 and a curveball and a fly ball to right center. That's trouble, and it's going to fall for a base hit. Throw to third base, and they could have a chance at him, and he is safe out. I assume he's safe. No call by the umpire, safe or out. He just pointed, unless Eli dropped the ball. But a base hit in the right. Du Bois threw to third, but it was offline. Had that ball been near the bag, they'd have had him out by 10 feet. But he threw it up the outfield side of third base. And so Pearson, with the 2-out single, makes it second and third as he went to second on the throw. Standing in is Skaggs, a pitch, a fastball high. All this with 2 out on a chopper up the middle by Gibson that got through, and then Pearson with a line drive, soft line drive in the right center. Pitch comes home and a pop-up backing out of play by Mr. Caveman, Derek Skaggs. He gets back in. 1-1 to count. Oh, having fun with Derek. Good guy. The pitch. There's a pop fly right side out of play. Petty could use the strikeout here or the pop-up. First time up, Skaggs flew out to right field. 2 on, 2 out. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Outside fastball tailing to the outside part of the plate. Missed by a good distance, but has Skaggs thinking now. And the 2-2 comes home. Curveball fouled back. That ball was up. Left it up, and Skaggs fouled it. Need to put somebody back there to just retrieve balls right now. Been a lot of foul balls. 2-2 to count. 2 down. Gibson at third. Pearson at second. The pitch comes home. Low and away. Gets away, and it's going to be 1-0 St. James. Sanders couldn't take it on the backhand. The ball eluded him, and it goes back to the fence. A wild pitch, and it's 1-0 St. James Tigers. And Pearson goes to third. Sanders tried to backhand it. Ball, I think, nicked his glove. And then when it hit the fence, it curled up the fence and then rode it. So it didn't come back toward him, and there was no play at home. The 3-2 comes home, and it's strike 3 call. And the Skaggs did not agree with that. He let the umpire know that he was not happy. 6 strikeouts for Petty, but a run does come in. 1 run, 2 hits, no errors, 1 man left. We've now played 2.5. 1-0 St. James. Will come back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. We go to the bottom of the 3rd inning. The Bank of Salem is a locally owned community bank serving you since 1883. They're a full-service bank at 100 West 4th Street and 1001 South Main. The Bank of Salem, their name does say it all. Member FDIC. And don't forget to sign up your youngin' for City of Salem League, youth, baseball, softball, and T-ball. Those sign-ups are going on through Friday at $25 per child. To find out more information, call Salem Park and Recreation Director Melissa Du Bois, 729-6290, or you can also email her salemparks at salemmo.com. Don't forget about pool passes, too. They're for sale right now as well. O'Reilly back to the hill. He will face Crocker, Hayden Sanders, and then top of the order, Jimmy Barton. 1-0 St. James. Baylor Petty pitched out of the leadoff double in the second inning and almost pitched out of that third inning. However,
first baseman Cody Crocker.
A two-out single by Gibson and then a soft line drive single by Pearson to right. The importance of outfield throws on line or to a cutoff man, because that ball's too high to be cut off and nobody there to go to second base, and they could have gotten the out there. But didn't work either way, and the run scores by St. James. First pitch, a strike. That went low and away to Cody Crocker. Crocker playing first base today after just an outstanding game yesterday. Few too many walks for his liking, I'm sure, but he had good stuff. He was able to change his stuff around as the game went on. Pitch from Riley, that's outside. 2-1. Great afternoon to be out and about. Hope you are having a good day. Swing and a miss on looked like a straight change. Riley ready again. The lefty twirls it home. And there's a line drive. That's a base hit into right field. Softly hit down the line. Crocker will pull up. The ball comes to a dead stop out there so that they can get it back in. Preston Schmidt with that. So leadoff single by Crocker, and Hayden Sanders will stand in. And Coach Carr back at third base. Yeah, he's just teasing Jake a little. We'll see if Sanders is bunting here. The pitch, that's high with a fastball. Hayden has, I think, the only successful sacrifice bunt this year for Salem. Got that at Potosi. Has not been a strong point for Salem in this year so far. The pitch comes home. That's a fastball. And late call strike, but it was right there on the outside edge. You got Moffitt holding on Crocker. The whole right side is open for Sanders if he can go that way. The pitch comes in. Swing and a miss. Straight fastball pretty much right down the middle, and he missed it. 1-2 to count. And the next one comes home, and there's a high pop fly right side. Coming in, and it's a fair ball, and falls in front of Schmidt. He had to play it on a hop, and 2 hits now as Sanders did go to right side. More of a pop-up that falls a foot fair, and not that far behind Moffitt at third base. But again, the outfield playing deep enough to allow that one to come in. And so Barton will stand in with runners at first and second, nobody out. Tigers had this last inning and got nothing out of it. They had a double play and then a strikeout. Let's see if Barton can put the ball in play. He squares the bunt, pops it up. And the catcher turned the wrong way, and it's going to fall back by the screen without any incident. Jimmy popped that one back up. I'm not quite sure that Brendan Pearson saw where it went. He turned from his left to his right, so he had to make a whole 270 to try and find it, and he couldn't do it. 0-1 to count. Riley looks, pitches, low and outside. Wild pitch or a balk wouldn't hurt anything right here either. One wild pitch in the game now allowed St. James to score their run. 1-1 count. Pitch comes into Barton. He shows a bunt. The ball does get by the catcher, and the Tigers move up. Maybe I should ask for more. 3-run homer would be nice. I might be pushing that one. But I would take it if we got it. Wind is blowing out to left field, by the way, at the moment. The 2-1. Barton fouls it off the end of the bat, 2-2. Crocker at third base. Sanders had second, and we did not pinch run for him either, so he's out there. He's a freshman. He's got legs. Yeah. Infield tight on the grass. And a 2-2 pitch coming. Swing and a miss and a straight change. Barton again down on strikes. Has not looked good today against Riley. Looks like he's just off stride. So Wethy will stand in. Tigers need a fly ball. Base hit would be better. Bring in 2. They give Wethy a whole bevy of room out in left center field. Left fielder Sparks way deep and played to pull. As the pitch comes into Eli. Foul off to the right side. So Sparks way toward the left side. And Skaggs. Shell in center. Ball gets away on a strike, and Crocker's going back to third base. It's one of the things that Coach Carr and I talked about. Tigers are not aggressive on the base paths at all. That should have made a 1-1 game right there. But Cody was going back instead of coming in. A year of baseball laid off, and that just does not help. The 0-2 pitch comes home now, and there's a line drive into center field. That might get over the head of the outfielder, and it does. It drops off his glove, and that's going to tie the game. The throw comes home. It's offline, and Wethy stays at first base. It's 1-1 as Skaggs got back there. Ball was going over his head, and he reached up, got a glove on it. And this game is tied. I'm going to give him an error because he should have caught it. And I'm still going to give Wethy an RBI because I am a generous guy. And it was deep enough for a sacrifice fly. 1-1 our score as Crocker crosses the plate. Sanders gets to third base on the air, and Wethy's at first. Pitch to Connell. Curveball, slow curveball outside. Took a little something off that one. So St. James benefited by a wild pitch back in the third inning. Tigers the same. Fastball high and away. Second St. James error today. Skaggs came in, went back, got the glove on it, but couldn't hang on to it. 3-0 to count. Arts is on deck. Riley first and third, 1 out. Garrett waits, shows a bunt, now pulls it back and takes a strike as he's trying to play with his mind. Big hole on the right side for Garrett Connell. The 3-1 coming home from Riley in the dirt, ball 4. Garrett will take the walk, and that is the second walk by Riley. You need water? Oh. Well, Josh Arts will stand in. He drew a walk his first time up. Bases loaded, 1 out. 0 for a line drive to left center field fence and gap. Look at that gap. My. The pitch. That's a strike. Perfect pitch to drive that ball to left center, and Josh just took it. He likes to pull. No doubt about it, but boy, oh boy. Where's John Arts when you need him? He'd put that ball right there in that gap. The pitch, curve, that's in for what looked like a strike, and it is. Slow pitch, and Josh just could not pull that trigger. In at first and third, deep at second and short. They're looking for 2. The 0-2 pitch to Arts, curveball high. And Riley slowed his arm way down on those last 2 curveballs. They're starting to become obvious. Might help the Tiger hitters. The 1-2 coming home, and a swing and a miss. Arch swung right through it. He strikes out. That's strikeout number 4. Make that strikeout number 5. 2 in this inning now for Riley. 1-1 our score. Bases loaded now, 2 out. Everybody moves back as Petty stands in. Baylor reached an error by the third baseman, Williams. Sorry about that. And he swings and smashes one right through the gloves of Gibson into left center field. 2 runs are going to score. Salem will take a 3-1 lead. That ball was smoked right at Garrett Gibson. I don't think he ever touched it. It went right by his ear. And a two-run single by Petty. And I'm going to give him a base hit. He hit it hard enough. I'm giving it to him. Because I'm the generous guy that I am. So in comes Wethy. In comes Sanders. Connell to third base. And it's 3-1 Salem Tigers.
Now batting for the Salem Tigers, center fielder Corbin Barrett.
That ball was absolutely crushed. And Garrett Gibson is short. Unless that ball was knuckling or something, but I mean to tell you, he had that ball zoom right by his left ear. So Colin Haven comes in to run for the hurler Petty. And Barrett stands in, takes it low and outside. He lined into a double play last inning. 3-1 Salem. We are in the bottom of the third inning. And the pitch comes home. High curve. So Crocker with a base hit to right. A little pop fly to right by Sanders. Barton strikes out. Wethy hits the line drive to center after the wild pitch that Skaggs could not bring down. Got his glove on it, but couldn't hang on to it. Ties the game, and then a scorching single by Petty for 2 RBIs. The pitch up and in. 3-1 to Corbin Barrett. Again, huge hole in left center field. Skaggs shallow in center, but I'm telling you what, Sparks is playing, 30 feet from the fence? The pitch, right down the middle. 3-2. Runner first, Colin Haven will be running. Pitch comes in, and that's strike 3 call. Barry just stood there and took it, and that retires the side. The lefty for St. James strikes out the side, but Salem scores 3 runs. They do so on a total of 3 hits. There was a big error in the inning, and there was 2 men left. We have now played 3. Salem Tigers lead this one 3-1. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. And the St. James Tigers will have their hurler, Trey Riley, lead it off. He doubled the left over the glove of Jimmy Barton. Barton has backed up a couple extra steps this time. 3-1 Salem. That's one of the 3 hits that Baylor Petty has given up. We're in the top of the 4th. Pitch comes home to Riley, and that one goes past to the screen right through Sanders' glove. He looks down at the glove like, I know you were there. Don't forget, Town & Country Insurance Associates can handle all of your insurance needs, commercial, personal, life, and health. Call them at 729-6624, Town & Country Insurance. There's a high fly ball to deep left center field. Barrett going back, and he makes the catch. That ball hung up, and give Corbin a lot of credit. He kept going, and he ran it down. That ball was hit well. And Aiden Moffitt will stand in. Barrett got a good jump on that. That's one of the benefits of playing center field. You see that ball come off the bat. And he had a real good jump and got there and actually made it look kind of easy. The pitch on the outside corner for a strike. Without that good jump, though, that ball's going to be a double or maybe even a triple out there, and that's one of the deepest parts of this ballpark. Pitch comes home and a foul straight back, quickly 0-2. It's never too early to start tax planning. Do it now because taxes are due May 17th. Yeah, I know you get a couple extra days, but don't put it off. Call Taxmaster 729-3001 or drop by 510 North Main Street. Swing and a miss on a high fastball by Moffitt. That is strikeout number 6, I should say, for Mr. Baylor Petty. And Riley Williams will stand in, playing third today. Williams will bat from the right side. The Tigers will send up in that 4th inning Du Bois, Crocker, and Sanders. But first, there's a base hit up the middle. Gunner gets it and throws, and not in time. I was going to say, if he doesn't beat that out, he'd be on the bench. Ball was hit up the middle. It had a lot of backspin to it. Gunner actually made a good play to get to it and throw, but Williams did not hustle very hard down the line, I will say that. Charlie Pruitt will stand in. The pitch, that's a strike. I think he might have thought he hit it harder, but last thing you want to do is get thrown out for lack of hustle. Ooh. Pruitt waits and a swing and a miss, especially when you're down by 2 runs. Pruitt struck out his first time. Baylor Petty brings it curve, right 3. That's a beauty. 7 strikeouts for Baylor Petty, and down goes the St. James Tigers. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. We play 3.5. To the bottom of the 4th we go with the Salem Tigers leading this one 3-1. We'll come back in 1 minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. We go to the bottom of the 4th inning. Don't forget Larson Collision Center has been serving the area over 30 years. Let them put your car back in shape after you have a little problem with your vehicle. Get in touch with Larson Collision Center, 729-3915 or 503 North MacArthur. Standing in will be Caden DuBois to face Trey Riley. Don't forget, Duncan Family Chiropractic at 401 West Scenic Rose Boulevard is a proud supporter of the Salem Tigers. See Dr. Amber Duncan for all your chiropractic needs. 729-2321, Dr. Amber Duncan and Duncan Family Chiropractic. First pitch from Trey Riley to DuBois is in the dirt. Nice knockdown there by Brendan Pearson. Sometimes we don't give these catchers enough credit. They have to get dirty all the time. Every game they're having to clean that uniform. Pitch, a swing and a miss. Ball staying on the outside edge. Wonderful afternoon here. Hope you're enjoying it. 1-1 count. To DuBois. Here it comes. Here's a flying drive in the left center field. That's going to fall for a base hit. And DuBois will make the turn. He will hold up at second base. That ball is up on an off-speed pitch, and Caden ripped it into left field for his first hit of the game. And a leadoff single for the Tigers. Second inning in a row, and they've had a leadoff single in the 3rd inning in a row. They put their leadoff man on. O'Reilly left that curveball up in the eyes of Caden DuBois, and he turned on that and roped it in the left center field. Crocker stands in. He singled to right his first time and pushes the bunt. Nobody at second base, so the sacrifice is good. I had no idea what St. James was doing there, but DuBois goes down to second. The sacrifice 1-3. The shortstop ran to third. Second baseman stood there. Nobody went to second, and they could have had a play at second. I'm not sure what kind of play that was, but it was interesting. I've seen a lot of baseball. I never saw that one. I don't know why you go to third base when the guy's at first. Sanders takes a strike on the outside corner. Oh, you never know, Lane. There's a new way of doing everything. Sanders singled and scored back in the 3rd to pitch. That ball's down and in, 1-1. Runner at second base. That's DuBois. 1 down. Tigers with a 3-1 lead from Salem over St. James Tigers. They'd like to increase that lead. Big hole on the right side for Sanders. He get a little pop fly that way last time that fell about a foot fair. He gets back in. The 2-1 from Riley. Here comes. There's a chopper off his foot. 2-2. This is the 4th inning. Salem will be at Willow Springs Thursday, 4:30. Let's hope it doesn't get too wet down there. And the 2-2 comes home. There's a ground ball right back off the glove of Riley. That's going to be a base hit. They'll never get him. That's a heck of a play by Riley, though, as Moffitt flipped it behind him, and he was able to snare that. Otherwise, the runner could have scored. So Sanders with his second hit. DuBois over to third base. And Jimmy Barton, who has really struggled against Riley here, steps to the plate. And coach comes out to talk to him. Coach Snicker will discuss his needs very quickly, as a matter of fact. Like, get him out. I mean, that was about it. 2-2, I should say. I'm looking up there. I was like, what is 2-2? So Martin will come in. He's 0 for 2, and that was where I was trying to go with that. With a couple of strikeouts, but just has not looked comfortable against Riley at all. But he's got a runner at third now. That's an RBI. He also has Sanders over at first base with a big hole on the right side to pitch. A fastball on the outside edge for a strike. Jimmy taking all the way. Wethy on deck. Salem could add to that 3-1 lead. He needs something out of Barton. He shows bunt. He does bunt. Right back to the pitcher, and he throws to first in time. Very close. But the runner does go to second base. That is Sanders. As they looked at Du Bois, Riley did, but Caden did a good job of stopping and then peeling back. Did not hesitate out there long enough to make him go, but you don't want that third baseman to get behind you and get a rundown. So 1-3 on the putout, and now it's second and third with 2 down. So Matt Walther will come in to run now for Sanders so he can get his catching garb on. Wethy reached an error by the center fielder on what would have been a sacrifice fly. The pitch comes in, a curve, just missed. Nope, got the outside corner. Thought he might be thinking about it. I think James is warming up a hurler. We're in the fourth inning. First, second, and third, and 2 out. And there's a little chopper toward the left side in the hole, and that's going to be tough to throw to first base. Not in time. An infield single by Eli Wethy, and it makes it 4-1. Chopper got by Williams, and then Gibson was going to have a heck of a time trying to throw out Eli Wethy. He couldn't do it. The infield single is second RBI of the game as Caden Du Bois comes home, and it's 4-1. As a seeing eye, a little 3-hopper as Connell stands in. Made contact. You just never know. The pitch comes home to Garrett Connell, and it's high with a fastball. O'Reilly gives up another run here on 3 singles, and none of them all that hard. The pitch, that's outside. 1 right back off him by Sanders. That was probably the hardest hit ball. Caden Du Bois had one up in his eyes and looped that one into left center field, but that one by Wethy, the softest of all the 3. Pitch comes home on the outside edge. That's 2-1. Garrett has struck out and walked. I'd like to see him just tie into one right here. 2-1 pitch comes home. Here it is. There's a high fly ball in the deep center field. That's going to go deep to center field. That ball is going to stop short of the fence. 2 runs are going to score as Wethy's going to come around. And the throw back in is too late. And it's 2 more runs for the Tigers. They go up 6-1 on a triple by Garrett Connell. And I'm not sure what Skaggs was doing out there. He might have thought it was gone. But he just kind of stopped running and the ball hit, or maybe he lost it. Because he stopped in the outfield, and the ball came down. Of course, it fell like 10 feet short of the fence. And Connell with a 2 RBI triple makes it 6-1. You know, I've been getting lucky with some of these asking me. I should ask for a winning lottery ticket. Pitch comes in, a curve, low. Mega Millions, winning lottery ticket, you know. So Connell with a 2-run triple makes it 6-1, and a swing and a miss by Josh Arts. And it's quickly 0-2. Big hole in that left center field. I wish Josh would just stay in there and push that ball that way. Pitch comes in. A little low. I don't think Pearson thought so. 2-1, excuse me. The next one outside, 3-1. Arts has walked and struck out. We are in the fourth inning. Tigers bats is starting to come alive. 6-1, they lead this one. The pitch, curve, that's a dandy. 2-2, or 3-2, excuse me. Riley brings it home. And a swing and a miss on a curveball. And he did not foul it. It's in the dirt. And Arts is thrown out. 2-3 on the putout. The strikeout number 7 for the lefty. And the putout 2-3. But the Tigers score 3 runs. They do so on 4 hits. There was no errors. And there was 1 man left. We have now played 4. It's 6-1 Salem Tigers. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. We go to the top of the 5th inning. 6-1 Salem. Don't forget to call Cal Malone, American Family Insurance, 729-5165, or stop by 1104A South Main Street in Salem and let Calvin help you with all your insurance needs. That is American Family Insurance right here in Salem in the Crossroads. Pitch a little bit low to the leadoff man, and that is Logan Sparks. Sparks struck out his first time. Logan waits. Petty brings it in. Strike on the inside corner. Umpire has been consistent with these calls on the inside and outside. So neither hurler can say anything because they've both got 7 strikeouts in this one. A ground ball down the line. Nice play by Crocker. Steps on the bag. That ball is fair by a foot. And Sparks retired 3 unassisted as Zach Ochterberg stands in. 6-1 Salem. Good defense there by Cody Crocker. Not a position he plays a lot, and he made a good play. Ochterberg struck out his first time, and he fouls that right at the plate. Yeah. We'll foul off the catcher. That's what they get paid the big bucks for. You betcha. The 0-1, a swing and a miss, making it 0-2. Tigers straight away for this left-handed hitter. Garrett Gibson's on deck. We're in the 5th inning. Pitch from Petty. Ooh, just missed outside. That pitch was borderline. Umpire didn't shoot that right hand out. He has done that a lot tonight. Called some guys out. And the 1-2 comes home, and there's a foul off to the left side. You do know Southwest Baptist University's campus in Salem provides you quality higher education right here in Dent County. Get in touch with admission counselor Chris Welch to schedule your appointment, 729-7071, to attend Southwest Baptist University in Salem. High fly ball to deep right field. Du Bois is back and makes the catch. Kind of got that one a little bit in off the trademark. That ball was hit well, though, by Ochterberg. But Du Bois was out there, and he hit it out towards right center, so a little bit deeper area out there, and Du Bois able to make that catch relatively easy. 2 down.
Now batting.
So Gibson will stand in. He is singled, and he is struck out. Pitch to him, curveball, a swing and a miss. Gibson watched the Garrett Connell ball scoot right by his ear. I should say a Petty line drive scoot right by his ear, man. That pitch inside, he went cutting on it. That pitch was up and in. Baylor Petty absolutely crushed that ball, and he stood there, didn't even move, and tried to catch it, and it just went right by his ear. And there's a foul off to the right side, an 0-2 pitch. That really seemed to ignite the Tigers. That drove in a couple of runs to break a 1-1 tie, and suddenly in the fourth inning, the Tiger bat started coming alive. It's alive, alive. And the pitch from Petty and a high pop fly, short right center field. That's trouble, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Little pop fly off the end of the bat. And Brendan Pearson will stand in. He's reached out, popped that out there, and Gunnar Conkle tried to get out there. The outfielders are too deep, and it just kind of fell in the Bermuda Triangle. So Pearson, who has 1 for 2 today with a single, he waits, and he pops that one off to the right side. His single also in the right center field. And catcher's interference, I have to assume. So Pearson being awarded first base. I'm calling a catcher's interference because he sure didn't get hit with the pitch. So Gibson, a single. Pearson on by an error. And again, it's first and second. This is the way it was back in the third inning when St. James got their only run. And now Baylor Petty getting pelted with baseballs out there. He's got a new one. He'll rub it up with 2 down here. And Derek Skaggs standing in. The center fielder struck out and flown out. Runner at second, that's Gibson. Pearson at first again. Petty brings it home. Swing and a miss by Skaggs. Big hole in right center. Big hole in left center. Well, the Tiger playing it down the line a bit. The curveball is just a little bit low. One on one account. Baylor Petty on the hill for Salem. The 1-1 fastball. Strike call outside corner. We've seen games that's never been called a strike, and this one has been consistently called a strike. The 1-2 coming home. A line drive in the left center field. That's going to be a base hit. The run's going to score. And getting it in is Barton. He's going to throw it into third base. Not a good idea. Has allowed the runner to go to second base. Again, you throw that to the cutoff man. You've got no chance. And that's some of the mental mistakes that the Tigers have made early on this season. Too good a pitch to Skaggs. He gets the RBI single. And Baylor left that one up. And Pearson goes all the way to second. Skaggs goes to all the way to third. Skaggs goes to second on the throw. It's like giving a free base as Trey Riley will stand in. We know he's hit the ball hard twice. Standing in, he grounds this one to Crocker. Right at his feet, he gets it, and he steps on the bag in time. Good job by Crocker. He knocked it down, couldn't find it. It was right in his feet, and then he was able to race over and step on the bag. But 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error, and 2 men left. We've now played 4.5. To the bottom of the 5th we go. 6-2 Salem Tigers. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. It's the bottom of the 5th inning. Hey, K&H Auto Supply is your parts to the auto parts store, 700 South Main Street. They offer you curbside service. They've been around, family-owned since 1981, and they have a number of different parts ready to go. With the big box pricing and parts availability, you can get what you need. It's K&H Auto Supply right here in Salem. Stop on by at your first convenience. And Town & Country Bank is a locally owned community bank dedicated to providing personal and business financial solutions. Let them help you today in either location. 1009 East Scenic Groves Boulevard and 400 West Scenic Groves Boulevard. Town & Country Bank. Member FDIC. They are an equal housing lender. Baylor Petty will stand in. His 2 RBI single in the third broke the 1-1 tie. He stands in right now with nobody on, nobody out. Leading it off here in the 4th. Barrett and Du Bois will follow. Riley still on the hill for St. James. Pitch is low and scoots back to the backstop after it hits the dirt. Baylor Petty. 6'6", 6'6", 6'7", somewhere in there. Big, tall kid to pitch. Fastball outside. Actually took a little something off that, but Riley does not throw a screwball that I'm aware of, and that would have been the closest thing to it. Pitch. That one is a strike on the outside edge. More like a guided over pitch there. Riley has lost a lot of his velocity from he had earlier on in the game. Pitch comes in, a curveball, and a swing and a miss. Petty looking for the fastball, got the hook. 3-2. Baylor back in. Pitch comes home. Outside, ball 4. Leadoff walk to Baylor Petty. I'm not sure Riley's going to be around much longer. It doesn't seem to have a lot of gas left in the tank as Barrett will stand in. Of course, with these pitch counts, coaches try and get the most out of him. If he's only going to pitch one game this week, he may as well maximize it. As Colin Haven checks back in, he does the running for the Tigers. As Barrett will stand in. Corbin made a fine catch on that ball by Trey Riley. No, I think we have a pinch hitter, don't we?
Pinch hitter, Drew Christensen.
Yep. Sorry, I did not see that coming up, and then I saw that player up there, he's telling the umpire, I'm up here to hit. So Drew Christensen standing in. His first at-bat. Barrett lined into a double play and also struck out. Christensen getting an opportunity to hit here with a man at first base. And there's a fastball in the outside corner, strike 1. Nice crowd on hand on this lovely day. Salem side, a smidge more crowded than the St. James side, but still a nice crowd overall. The 1-1. Oh, pop fly to the right side. That's trouble. That's trouble. You better get going, Colin Haven. It falls. They have a force at second, but the second baseman couldn't pick the ball up. Pruitt. Haven did not read that at all, and he went back to first base. Well, normally that's a good play, but there's nobody out there, and Colin did not get a good jump at all, but yet was fortunate when Pruitt couldn't pick the ball up. So Christensen gets a base hit, and Haven will stay at second base. He could have gone all the way around had he left at the time the ball came down. He could easily have gone to third base, but he was playing it safe, which is what you need to do. But unfortunately for St. James, they had a forced play on him. They just couldn't get the play made. So Kane Du Bois will be standing in, but he'll be facing a new hitter as Riley's going to go 4+ innings here. He's responsible for the two guys on. And coming in to pitch will be number 3, Zach Ochterberg. So Ochterberg, who was the DH, he is going to come in, and Preston Schmidt, who was playing right field, is going to have to check out. Ochterberg, another lefty. Man, they got a bunch of lefties. So Riley is going to come out and play in the outfield. I'm thinking he'll play center field, and then they'll move Skaggs over. Well, actually, they're is that what they're doing?
Looks like Skaggs or Riley.
Yep. Okay. Yep, Skaggs to right field. So Riley now here in the bottom of the 5th inning is now at the position number 8. And Skaggs is in the position number 9. And Ochterberg here in the bottom of the 5th is now number 1. Preston Schmidt, who was out in right field, is now out of the game. So Riley has, at this stage of the game, given up 8 hits. He's still responsible for the 2 men on base. Was not helped by a couple of errors, but Tigers have been going to right field with some blue pits against the lefty, staying out there. And if he's going to stay on the outside, they're just going to poke it away that way. And they've been fortunate to fall some of these pop flies, but it's good to see the Tigers going that way. Christensen doing it. Also saw Sanders do it. So good job of hitting by those guys going that way. Get you a base hit. Why not? Standing in is Du Bois, 1 for 2. A base hit was in the left center field. He's got 2 on, nobody out. We're in the bottom of the 5th inning as Octoberg takes over for Riley. Another lefty, though. Octoberg, by the way, finished with a total of 7 strikeouts. Pitch in for a strike. Gave up a couple of walks, did have a wild pitch. Du Bois waits. Big hole on that right side. Squares the bunt, bunts it right back toward the pitcher. Took a little scoot hop off to the left, and he made a good play to get that ball. That ball was going one direction and changed. So Du Bois with a sacrifice. Well done, 1-3. And so Christensen at second. And now Colin Haven at third for Cody Crocker. Crocker singled that way, as a matter of fact, going to right field as well.
First baseman, Cody Crocker.
He's also bunted back to the pitcher. Got Sanders over to second base. 6-2 our score. Salem on top. We are in the bottom of the 5th inning. Salem with 3 in the 3rd, 3 in the 4th. St. James 1 in the 3rd, 1 in the 5th. Crocker takes that one down and in. Infield in. All the way around. They're on the grass. Haven with a very short lead at third. The pitch. High and outside. 2-0. Hayden Sanders on deck. Octoberg looks in. The pitch comes home. Way outside. 3-0. Lefty this time is pitching off the third base side of the rubber. And never know where they're going to pitch from. And the 3-0 comes home. Way outside again, ball 4. So the bases are loaded. And Sanders will stand in.
Catcher, Hayden Sanders.
I think I said 2 walks for Riley. It was 3 in his tenure. So Sanders is up with the bases loaded. We talked about this. The dream. You're always up, bases loaded. Chance to hit the big one. Pitch is up and in, ball 1. Octoberg is struggling right now to find a strike. It's not Wheel of Fortune. You can't buy one. Pitch comes home. Strike on the outside corner. Umpire very generous on that one. 1-1 to count. Octoberg looks, working from the stretch, brings it home. That ball bounces out of the glove of Pearson, but a little bit high. 2-1. Haven at third. At second base, Drew Christensen. And at first base, Cody Crocker. 2-1 to count. No place to put Mr. Sanders. The pitch outside, ball 3. Octoberg, a much slower worker than Riley. Runners with a good-sized lead. That pitch right down the middle, and Sanders taking. I don't know, on a 3-1, if I'm looking for that pitch, it's going to get hit. Looked like Hayden, I don't know, he might have been given a take sign, but now it's a 3-2 count. And the pitch, that's high, ball 4, an RBI walk to Hayden Sanders. As Petty comes home, I should say Petty, but Colin Haven coming home as he ran for Petty. Down to third base is Christensen, and Cody Crocker now to second. So Barton will stand in and face another left-hander. He has struggled today. Tigers with 7 RBIs in this one. So every guy that's gone out there that's got a chance to been driven in Not every guy, but a lot of them have been driven in. So Walther will run for the catcher, Sanders. Bases are loaded. The pitch, down and in to Barton. Matt Walther running at first now. So a couple of pinch runners out there. Pitch comes home. That ball's on the outside corner for a strike. 1-1. Only one down here. We're in the fifth inning. A run already home. 7-2, Salem Tigers on top. Been their best offensive output yet. The pitch. There's a foul back. That pitch was right in the zone for Barton, but he missed it, and it's 1-2. Pitch was cutting right back over the heart of the plate, and Jimmy fouled it back. Probably asking for that one again. Left center field wide open for Barton. They play him to hit to right center. The pitch. There's a high pop-up. Back, and then it's going to drift out of play. Ball was up and out over the plate, and Jimmy fouled it back. You know, Salem Memorial District Hospital reminding you that when you have emergency needs or if you have medical needs, get in touch with them, whether it be lab tests, x-rays, or new MRI, they can take care of it. The Salem Memorial District Hospital, every patient, every encounter, every time. The 1-2 to Barton. Line drive in the left center field. That's what we wanted. And coming on and dropping the ball is the left fielder, Sparks. 2 runs are going to score, and the Tigers take a 9-2 lead. The ball gets away. Tigers very slow in going from base to base. Again, pulling up. Walther did not take third, so I did see that Barton was ready to jump over there. You know what you call that, a hit or an error? Lane Howard, my official scorer on that one, says that's a base hit. 2 RBI for Barton, and it makes it 9-2. Coming in to score, Christensen. Also coming in to score, Cody Crocker. Walther running for Sanders, pulled up at second base. And then the ball got away in the infield, and he's still at second. The pitch comes home. That's on the outside corner for a strike. Barton had turned the corner at first base, was getting ready to go to second. Unfortunately for him, Walther was still there. He had to go back. The 0-1 from Octoberg. A little pop fly to the right side. That is going to be caught by Skaggs. Wethy got off the fist. And Skaggs came in and played that one. He was playing very shallow. Skaggs playing that deep. That ball was hit well by Barton, but it tailed back to him, and he got a glove on it, but he couldn't hang on to it. He had to go a long way. I'll give him a lot of credit. He did get there, but couldn't squeeze it. Connell takes a strike right down the middle. Garrett with a 2-run triple really changed the course of this game back in that 4th inning. He smoked that ball to dead center field. Pitch to Garrett from Octoberg. High fly foul right side out of play. It's quickly 0-2. Connell with a couple of RBIs. He's 1 for 2 today. Got Barton with 2 RBIs. Wethy with 2 RBIs. Petty with 2 RBIs. What the heck's going on here, Lane? You're going to have to work more often. 9-2 Salem. The pitch to Connolly strikes out on a high fastball. But the Salem Tigers scored 3 more times. They do so on 2 hits, 3 walks, and there's 2 men left. We have now played 5. Salem 9. St. James 2. Back in a minute. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. We go to the 6th inning, and Petty back to the hill. He's had A lot of time to rest in between these last 3 innings. The Tigers scored 3 runs in the third, 3 runs in the fourth, and 3 runs in the fifth. As again, just a couple of nice hits in that inning, but all 3 runs earned in that inning. The Tigers did leave 2. They've left 6 in the game as Moffitt will stand in. Moffitt, a left-handed batter, takes it down and in. Ball 1. We're in the 6th. 9-2 Salem. Hitting explosion in this game. Tigers with 9 hits. A swing and a miss. 9 hits. And a lot of them, even though they're soft variety, they've been hit to right field where hit them where they ain't. Wee Willie Keelers did that a long time ago. That fastball's outside, 2-1. Tigers straight away with this left-handed hitter. They do give him the left center field alley. For Moffitt. Moffitt's grounded out and struck out. The pitch. There's a high pop-up on the infield. Connell calls for it. That ball's going to keep drifting towards Wethy, and it does. And he makes the catch. Ball just kept drifting. Connell was trying to chase it down, and Eli said, hey, it's coming right at me. 1 out.
Third baseman, Riley Williams.
Riley Williams will stand in. He singled. He struck out. Baylor Petty brings it home to him. Fastball. It's a little bit low and inside. Tigers had warmed up Connell a little bit, but I think they'll let Baylor go as long as they can. So that pitch down and in, fouled back, 1-1. Tigers will have an SCA game coming up Thursday. They're scheduled to be at Willow Springs. And after Thursday's game, they'll be back on the road next Monday, and they'll be at Thayer taking on the Bobcats. Both games 4:30 on the road. The pitch, there's a line drive into center field coming on and diving, and can't make the play is Corbin Barrett. Kind of slid, I shouldn't have said dive. Thought he was going to trap it, thought he was going to slide and get it, and he couldn't do it. The ball ended up being a base hit. Those are the kind that usually, if you can, you try and come in and dive for with the glove up so it comes into the glove. Corbin didn't feel comfortable doing that, tried to slide and make the catch, and couldn't come up with it cleanly. It'll be a base hit. Pruitt stands in. He struck out twice. Runner first base, 1 out. Pitch to Pruitt. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Good fastball. Baylor still got some juice in the tank. Looks at first base where Williams is. Not much of a look. And brings it. That's a nice pitch on the outside corner. 1-2 to count. Baylor's moved it in and out, up and down, changed speeds. He's done a good job today. 1-2 to count. 1 down. Petty looks. Brings it. Pop-up foul back and out of play. Down and in fastball. Jake Conway Concrete and Excavation can do foundation work as well as flat work. Jake has also a mini excavator and skid steer. So if you need that kind of work done, call Jake. 247-4174. Conway Construction and Excavation, LLC. Proud to support your Salem Tigers. We're in the 6th. 9-2 Salem. 1 down, runner at first base. And a 2-2 pitch. High and outside with a fastball to Charlie Pruitt. Petty gets a sign from Sanders. Brings it home, and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is strikeout number 8 in the game. And 2 down for Logan Sparks. Well, St. James has not helped themselves out with the glove much in this game.
Logan Sparks.
Skaggs in center dropped a fly ball, a line drive by Wethy. That would have been out. Now they got the man picked off. They can get down to second base in time. They do, and he called him safe. How could he call him safe? Connell showed him the ball, and he tagged him before he ever got to the bag. He called him safe before he ever slid. Wow. He was picked off. That was a good throw by Crocker, not normally a first baseman. Connell scooped it, tagged him. Umpire said safe. Pitch comes in, low and inside. But a strike on the edge. Runner at second now. The pitch comes in low and outside, knocked down by Sanders, but the runner will take third. He'll concede that on the wild pitch. So Williams credited with a stolen base, although, man, if we'd have had instant replay, I'm pretty sure it would have shown that he was out by a foot. The wild pitch puts Williams now at third base. 1-1 the count to Logan Sparks, who has grounded out to first, and he is struck out. Pitch comes in. Grounder again toward the first base side, but this one foul toward the St. James dugout. St. James with the red jerseys on, white pants. Tigers, gray pants, navy blue jerseys. And the Carolina blue caps and numbers. The 1-2 to Sparks. Here it comes. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. Strikeout number 9 for Petty. And we go to the bottom of the sixth inning. As no runs, a hit, no errors, and one man left. We've played 5.5 to the bottom of the sixth. 9-2 Salem. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. It is the bottom of the sixth inning. Salem Tigers with a 9-2 lead. Don't forget, we're going to be going to Cards Baseball at the conclusion of this one. Underway at Miami. Salem with a 9-2 lead as Octoberg back to the hill. So Riley's final numbers, 4 innings plus 8 runs, 6 of them earned, 8 hits, 3 walks, 7 strikeouts, and a wild pitch. The Tigers with some key hits in that game. I think the key hits, really the big hits, Baylor Petty 2-run single in the third to break the 1-1 tie. And then the Garrett Connell 2-run triple in the fourth inning with 2 out. Big 2-out hit. And that kind of broke the game open from a 4-2 lead to 6-2 lead. And the Tigers in the fifth, after the first 2 reach against Riley, were able to get a walk, a bases loaded walk to Hayden Sanders, and then Barton singled in 2, a drive in the left center that Logan Sparks got a piece of. So Arts will stand in. Looks like somebody talked to Sanders about, I should say Sanders, Sparks, about not playing as deep. He's still pretty deep in left field, but not as deep as he was. Huge gap in left center for Arts, who has walked and struck out twice. Curveball outside, facing lefties all day. We are in the sixth inning. Tigers sent 8 men to the plate, 3 straight innings. The pitch up and in and gets back to the screen off the glove of Pearson. St. James will have to start out their 9th inning Octoberg, who's the number 9 hitter, and then the top of the order. Will Salem add to it, or will they get 3 here? We'll call it quits. Pitch to Arts. There's the line drive in the left center field. A base hit. Little check swing single by Josh Arts. Maybe he's listening. Coach Howard, Coach Stevens.
Pitcher, Baylor Petty.
Baylor Petty will stand in. He has walked. He has scored. Well, he didn't score, but Colin Haven running for him scored, singled, and reached on an error. He's been on base all 3 times. Petty's single by the ear of Gibson, still something to behold. That ball was just tanked, and that ball hits him. Curveball down and in hits him, and so he's reached base by about every way known to man. Walk, hit by pitch, base hit, and error. Only thing. Oh, wow. We don't want any balls to shatter the camera. They're very expensive. Standing in Cardinal broadcast, they had a ground ball hit the camera and shatter it in Miami. Of course, they don't have enough fans to pay for it. Pitch to Barrett coming home, and there's a pop foul backing out of play. He's back in there hitting after Christensen got a base hit, pinch hitting back in the fifth. Runner at second base, that's Josh Arts. Colin Haven again running for Baylor Petting. He's at first. One strike count to Corbin Barrett. Again, a lot of room in left center. The pitch, that's a strike right down the middle. Corbin, who struck out, lined softly into a double play, and of course, batting now for the third time. Trying to get his first hit. Here it comes. Swing and a miss, struck him out. That is a second strikeout for Ochterberg, and standing in will be Du Bois. Du Bois has a sacrifice, a single, scored a run, and struck out. We are in the bottom of the sixth inning, 9-2. First and second, one down. The pitch, Caden pops it foul back and out of play. Ochterberg looking for a ball. They've got one. And somebody has thrown a green football over the fence out in dead center. Riley will chase it down and flip it back over the fence out there to the youngsters. We want to bet it'll end up back over the fence. Du Bois will get back in. We are in the bottom of the sixth inning. Salem with a 9-2 lead. Trying to win their second game in a row, go to 3-6 on the year. Pitch to Du Bois. Here it is. Onside and high. Salem will be at Willow Springs on Thursday. Thayer on Monday. The pitch, inside and low. 3-1. Crocker is up next. Ochterberg looks, brings it home. A check swing foul by Du Bois. Pitch up and in. And right now with him, standing at the plate. With a 3-2 count. Arts at second base. Colin Haven at first. Fastball just missed outside. I guess it was 2-2 because now it's 3-2. I'd have swore it was 3-2. It is now. We are just soothsayers. Pitch comes home, way outside, ball 4, and Du Bois earns the walk, and the bases are loaded for Cody Crocker.
First baseman, Cody Crocker.
Tigers have gotten a lot of different base runners on a lot of different ways. Error by the third baseman in this game, and error by the center fielder, a missed ball in left field. Wow, St. James has not helped their cause with the glove tonight. The pitch, fastball, but it's a corner strike right there at the letters. Crocker singled to right. He's walked. He's scored twice. Grounded out back to the pitcher. Probably on a little bunt. Pitch is outside with a fastball. 1-1. Tigers would like to end it here. If they can get 3 runs here in the sixth inning, we can call it quits. The pitch, swing and a miss. Late swing by Crocker there. Sanders is on deck. 9-2 Salem. From the stretch, Ochterberg brings it home. Here it comes. Way outside with a very slow curveball. 2-2. Ochterberg brings the next one in. A foul off to the right side. Guys all working from the stretch with runners on base. Nobody working from the full windup. We used to see that a lot, not much anymore. 2-2 to count to Cody Crocker. Here comes high ball 3. Ochterberg's already walked in one man. That was Hayden Sanders got the bases loaded walk. He may do it again. Cody Crocker waits. Ball 4, he did it again. You know, that's like 4 in a row I've done. I'm just seeing right into the future. Arts crosses the plate to make it 10-2. And now Colin Haven over at third. Du Bois at second. Crocker at first for Sanders. A base hit here could end this game. Good speed there with Du Bois at second base. He's getting a good size lead as Ochterberg brings it, a swing and a foul back. And Du Bois is at least a third, if not more, of the way down to third base once the pitch is delivered. Don't want to get picked off out there either. Working from the stretch. He's got a good 18-foot lead. The pitch, swing and a miss. Sanders missed that one. That was an easy pitch to make some contact with, and he was trying to maybe get it up in the air and elevate it. Missed it, and it's 0-2. Ochterberg trying to get the out here. The pitch comes in, a pop foul. That's going to go back over the screen and into the St. James fan area. Caught by their scorekeeper. But then she throws it right into the screen. All that great work, and then she tanks it right to the screen. And then they can't find the ball. So it goes underneath the bleachers. Still waiting for it. They couldn't find it. 0-2 to count. You got to love high school baseball. Hayden Sanders will stand back in. 0-2 count. 10-2 Salem. Zach Ochterberg. The 0-2. And a pop foul back and out of play again. Hayden staying alive. Haven waits at third. Du Bois with a good lead at second. Crocker at first. The pitch outside. 1-2. Barton is on deck. Only one down here in the sixth inning. Run is in. 3 in the third, 3 in the fourth, 3 in the fifth. 1 here in the sixth. The pitch. Curveball, strike 3. Sanders just could not pull the trigger. He was just caught flat-footed. And not much you can do when that happens. He's called out on strikes, and Barton will stand in. He has singled off the left fielder's glove on a line drive in the left center. Drove in 2 back in the fifth inning. Make that. This is the sixth inning, and that pitch, ball 1. 1 for 4 in the game. Barton waits. The pitch outside. 2-0. Wethy's on deck. 10-2 our score. Ochterberg looks in. Pearson the sign. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-1. Trey Riley out in center field was playing over in right center, and the coaches got his attention, moved him over to left center. Big hole in right center for Barton. Pitch comes home. That's low. Gets away from Pearson, but not far enough to advance. And it's 3-1. 2 RBIs for Wethy, Barton, Connell, and Petty in this game. The pitch, high, ball 4, and it's 11-2. Barton with a bases loaded walk, his third RBI of the game. In comes Haven. And Du Bois is the winning run at third base as Crocker will go down to second base for Eli Wethy. 11-2 Salem Tigers. Ochterberg started to go to the mound and then backed off. Sun making its way out. Don't forget they're looking for a lot of rain tonight. And a swing and a miss by Wethy. We do want to remind everybody who's joining us that the Salem Tiger tennis tournament tomorrow morning at 10. Well, it has been rescheduled for next Wednesday morning at 10. So not tomorrow, but the following Wednesday. Swing and a miss by Wethy, quickly 0-2. He can win it here with a base hit. An error, balk, walk, catcher's interference, the pitch. Slow curve up high, 1-2. Du Bois at third. He's the only one that matters now. 11-2 Salem. The pitch. Ball almost hit him. We hadn't even talked about that one. 2-2 to count. Baylor Petty's the one with the gambit of ways on base. Error, hit by pitch, walk, and a swing and a miss. Eli Wethy strikes out, and that is the fourth strikeout for Octoberg, and he struck out the side in that sixth inning. But the Salem Tigers do score 2 runs. They do so on 1 hit. 1 hit, no errors, 3 left. We've now played 6. Salem Tigers 11, St. James 2. We'll come back in a minute. This is Tiger Sports on KSMO Media. We go to the top of the 7th inning. Gunnar Conkle moves over to short here in the top of the 7th as Garrett Connell comes on to pitch here in the top of the 7th. And then Isaac Westerman will come in and play second base here top of the 7th inning. So that should be, and by the way, Cody Crocker goes out to right field. Man, I almost forgot about him. In the top of the 7th, he's now at 9, and Baylor Petty is now at first base here in the top of the 7th, and he goes to position number 3. And we're set to go as Connell will come on as Petty goes 6 innings. He did a good job in there. He struck out 9 guys in the game, gave up a total of 7 hits, but only gave up 2 runs. And one of those runs, actually, might be considered unearned on a catcher's interference, so I'm going to call it unearned run. Pitch from Connell is a foul off to the left side by Zach Octoberg. And as far as walks are concerned, I believe he didn't have any, and I can't find any, so no walks. 9 strikeouts, 7 hits. Pitch from Connell comes in. Octoberg grounds one up the middle, and Kunkel gets it. Throw to first low and scooped out by Petty. A nice play. 1 out. Nice big hop for Gunnar moving over there from second base. Throw a little bit low, and Baylor able to scoop it out. Garrett Gibson stands in. He's got a couple of hits in this game. He also struck out 2 for 3 with a couple of runs scored. He's the only one that scored for St. James. Here in the 7th inning, Garrett Connell got the last out last night, trying to finish this one up tonight. He gets a strike on the outside corner with the fastball. Multi-run innings. I'm sure Coach Carr will be happy tonight. 11-2 Salem. The pitch, a grounder towards short. Gunnar gets another big hop. Throw to first. This one's higher. Much easier for Petty, and he makes the catch. 6-3 on that put out, and Brendan Pearson is the last hope for St. James. Don't forget, we'll be going to Cardinal Baseball after do a quick wrap of this one. And we hope you have enjoyed our broadcast today here on KSMO and KSMOradio.com, Twitch TV. Two down, the pitch comes home. Grounder foul. Trying to get around and pull that one. Pearson with a base hit in this game, also reached on a catcher's interference, and he also flew out to center. 2 down, nothing shaking right here in the top of the 7th inning. 11-2 Salem Tigers. The pitch, fastball in a little bit high though. Umpire making them swing. We'll give them credit for that. 11-2 our score as Connell brings home the fastball outside and wave at it by Pearson. Oh, by his bat before he knew it. 1-2. Garrett's gets signed from Sanders. Wants to end it right here. The pitch, and a pop foul back and out of play. Salem at Willow Springs Thursday, 4:30. We'll be there to bring it to you. 4:15 Tiger Talk and Coach Philip Carr, and we'll be streaming that game radio only, audio only at KSMOradio.com, and you can check that out either way. Join us wherever you might be. Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. 1-2 to count. 2 down. Connell looks, the sign from Sanders. The pitch from Garrett Connell. Strike 3 call. He burned it right by Pearson. And this game is over. First strikeout for Connell. He gives up nothing in that 7th inning. Got a strikeout. And down goes the St. James Tigers as the Salem Tigers win this one by a score of 11-2. We'll take a 2-minute break, come back, and wrap it up. This is Tiger Baseball on KSMO Media. Salem Tigers win it 11-2, and really good effort tonight. The bats came alive for everybody. Every position in the lineup got a hit. That's cool. That's really cool. 10 hits tonight for the Salem Tigers, and as I mentioned, every single position, all 9 positions in the batting order got a hit. The only Tiger without a hit tonight was Corbin Barrett. He was 0 for 3, but Drew Christensen batted for him at one time and got a base hit in that slot. So everybody, like I said, every position in the batting order came up with a hit tonight. Tigers were down in this game 1-0 after St. James got a 2-out run on a wild pitch in the 3rd inning after 2 were out. A base hit by Gibson and a base hit by Pearson. A wild pitch brought the run home, make it 1-0. But the Tigers responded in that 3rd. Cody Crocker got a leadoff line drive single to right field. A little pop fly single by Hayden Sanders in the right made it 1st and 2nd base. Barton struck out, and then a wild pitch put the runners at 2nd and 3rd. And then Wethy hit a line drive to center fielder with 1 out. That would have been a sacrifice fly, but Skaggs dropped it and allowed the run to score and allowed Wethy to reach base and made it 1-1 game. Garrett Connell walked to load the bases and at that stage. And then the wild pitch brought in another run, and that made it a 3-2-1 game. I'm sorry. Wild pitch. I'm sorry about that. Wild pitch brought the runners to 2nd and 3rd, and walked to Connell. Made it a bases loaded situation for Baylor Petty, who lined one past the shortstop to make it a 3-1 game in that inning. Then the 4th inning, the Tigers got 3 more. Leadoff single by Caden DuBois. Cody Crocker sacrificed him over to 2nd base, and then Hayden Sanders got a base hit to make it 1st and 3rd. Then Weather got a single to drive in a couple of runs. That made it at that point he drove in 1 run there, and that made it at that point a 4-2 game. And then Garrett Connell unloaded a triple to dead center field to